Hey there, heroes. How are you doing today? Hi, Samantha. I hope you're having a great day so far. Just doing a little reading from my herstory book. You know, I love my influential women. Hi, Jennifer. Are you having a great day today? You done any reading of yourselves, anybody? Today I've been learning about some really brave women, and I actually brought a story called Brave Little Monster, which we'll read afterwards. But I thought I would tell you about some of these women who I find so important and just so inspirational. So you may have heard of them before. If you do, feel free to type in anything you know about them. I'd love to hear what you already know. Hi, Adalyn and Carrie. I hope you're having a great Tuesday today. Jennifer, you're having a good day doing some reading? Hi, Aiden and Aria. Hope you're having a great day as well. Now, the first person I want to talk about, her name is Harriet Tubman. Hi, Lori. Down in Florida, is it nice there? Here, it's very sunny most of the time. You had your first live video on Instagram today, Samantha. Oh, that sounds so fun. What did you talk about, or what did you do? Hi, Jackson. It's so nice to see you. Have you seen any squirrels there in Colorado? If you do, make sure to call me. Hi, Gianna. It's so nice to see you today. That's all right if you're not the best at typing yet. I'm sure you'll get there. It's kind of tricky to learn, isn't it? So many different letters, and they're kind of all over the place. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it soon, though. Hi, Jessica. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Jennifer, you have a movie about Harriet Tubman? Wow. Hi, Avery. Are you having a nice day today? Jessica, you're going to the North Pole tonight. Wow. That's going to be a long journey. Are you flying? Now, I usually just fly myself, but I know that a lot of people without the power to fly just fly on planes. Or there's cars, trains. Not really sure what method you take to the North Pole. I don't spend a lot of time there. Maybe you have a sleigh with reindeer? Or is that only Santa? You had make your own pizza for dinner? That sounds so fun. What did you put on yours? Personally love a good pepperoni pizza. How about you? What's everybody else's favorite pizza toppings? I think most people like pizza of some sort. If you don't, that's all right too. But pizza's one of those things you can change up the toppings based on what you want. There's even pizzas without actual pizza sauce. They use white sauce and put chicken and all kinds of delicious stuff. Hi, Gracie and Olivia. It's so nice to see you again. Have you guys been doing any reading since I saw you last? I've been reading about Harriet Tubman. She is actually someone who helped to fight slavery and helped to free a whole bunch of people. Now, she actually was born as a slave herself, but she was helped by someone to fight her way through the woods at night, just following the North Star, and was able to get to the northern states where slaves were, or rather where people were free, and slavery wasn't going to be an issue for her. But once she got there, she realized that she had family members and friends and other people who had been left behind. So she actually went back down into the place that was dangerous for her to be, into the South, and she helped on over 19 different trips. She helped bring slaves from the southern states up to the northern states so that they could be free. I think she is amazing. This was a very dangerous thing for her to do, and she had to be very sneaky about it. It says here, she made her journeys on Saturday nights because notices about escaped slaves weren't printed in newspapers until Monday, so that gave them a couple of days. She used secret codes in letters and hooted like an owl to signal when it was safe to move. And she carried medicine to make babies sleep so they wouldn't cry. So these journeys were long and difficult, but she made sure they were always safe. And she led dozens of slaves to freedom and was very proud of the fact that she never lost a single passenger. So while she was leading people to safety on this dangerous, scary journey, she made sure that everybody was safe. And so I think Harriet Tubman is truly such a miraculous person. She really inspires me anytime I'm feeling a little bit nervous or maybe a little over my head. I think about people like Harriet Tubman and how brave she was and how she didn't give up because she wanted to make sure that people could be free. So that is a little bit about Harriet Tubman. If you know anything about her you'd like to share, go ahead and type that in the comments. I'm going to catch up on these comments here. PJ says hi. Well, hello, PJ. You're starting kindergarten tomorrow and have a superhero backpack. Oh, that is so cool. You know, one of my favorite parts of a new school year was always picking out a special backpack and maybe some notebooks and pencils. I am sure you are going to have a great year. I hope that your first day goes very well, and I hope that your superhero backpack is lots of fun. I'm sure it'll be a huge hit. Hi, Skylar and Charlotte. Are you having a great day today? Cassandra likes pepperoni on her pizza. We have that in common, Cassandra. What's my favorite color besides red and blue? Jessica wants to know. Well, I really like a lot of colors. I'd say green is another one of my favorites. It always kind of reminds me of being up in space and looking down at the world, and you can see the blue oceans and the green land. I'm a very big fan of green. Plus, nature is just so beautiful. Hi, Lily. I hope you're having a great day down in Florida. It's a little bit far away here from New York, but I'm glad that we have these means of communicating with each other so that we can still have story times and have conversations even from so far away. Oh, hi, Jen. I will not say who you are. You're here just not talking tonight. Well, it's great to see you, even if you're quiet tonight. You have a cold, Gracie? Oh, well, I hope that it gets better very soon. It's not fun to have a cold, is it? But at least you get lots of yummy soup and get to relax, maybe read some stories. Hi, Marissa, all the way in Ohio. Wow. Are you doing anything fun today? Skylar says hello and she's watching with her mom and she loves my outfit. Oh, thank you. I actually had a little bit of help with this one. I started with the traditional Cree uniform, but after I realized I was not really a Cree member, changed it to my own colors. I'm glad that you like it. I had some help from a friend choosing the colors. Benjamin says hi from Ohio and he's starting pre-K tomorrow. Wow, I've got quite a few people starting a new school year. It's actually one of the reasons I thought it would be great for us to talk about bravery today. I know that a lot of people are starting new school years and maybe some are going back to school, but it just looks very different from how it used to. Some people are learning from home right now. Some people aren't in school, but their world is just looking a little bit differently than it might have a year ago. And so I wanted to talk about courage, because I know that change can be really scary sometimes. And it can be intimidating when you don't know what's going to happen or when maybe things aren't quite as you expect. But I know that you are all going to have a great time with the school or the adventures that you're up to now. I know you're going to learn a lot, and I know that you are very brave and courageous. So I know that you are going to soar and do very, very well on your new adventures. Hi, James. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Jessica, you had a Justin Bieber backpack at school. Is that a singer? I think I've heard about him. He's a little bit younger than me. Gideon and Marigold say hi from Arizona. Well, hello. It's so nice to see you today. Are you having a nice day in Arizona? I don't spend a whole lot of time there, but I know it's very warm. Hi from Yasmin in Massachusetts. It is so nice to see you today. Glad that you could join us for a little bit of her story time and a story about a brave little monster. It's actually a story I really love. I think you guys are going to love it as well. My costume is nice. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jessica, you're going to the North Pole tonight to see Mrs. Claus. That is going to be so much fun, I'm sure. How are you getting there? Are you able to fly like I am? Or are you maybe taking some kind of transportation device? Marissa says she's having fun watching her brothers practice football and going to preschool on Monday. Wow, well, that sounds super fun. I do love watching football. It's a really fun sport, isn't it? It's one of those sports that you don't have to play to have a good time, just enjoying the sport. You're starting first grade September 2nd, Gracie? Wow! I can't believe we have so many smart kids here going to school, getting ready to learn. Are you guys getting excited for all of the new knowledge you're going to get this year? Jessica, your dog had cancer and passed away on Monday night. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wish that I could be there physically to give you a hug, but here is a hug through this communication device, all right? I hope that your family is finding some ways to comfort themselves and heal. I'm sure that Chase had a very lovely life with you, but I'm very sorry for your loss. Jennifer, you're going to kindergarten. Wow. And Jessica, Rudolph is taking you to the North Pole. Wow. Well, please tell Rudolph I said hello. I've never gotten to meet him, but I've heard a lot of stories. He seems also like a very brave character. So I think it's very convenient that we're talking about him today, isn't it? He was someone who was kind of picked on, and he wasn't like the other reindeer that he spent time with. And I know that the other reindeer weren't always nice to him, but he realized that he had some special talents, and he was still able to rise above his hardships and find ways to help the world. So I think Rudolph's actually a perfect person for us to talk about. I'm glad you brought him up. I hope that you have so much fun visiting Rudolph and visiting the North Pole. I can't wait to hear all about it. Please tell me about it afterwards. Well, why don't we dive into another fabulous, influential woman? Now, this gal is another one you might have heard of. Her name is Anne Frank. Now, she grew up in the early 1900s. She was born in 1929 in Germany. And at the time, there was a leader in Germany who really wanted to take over, and he also, unfortunately, had some really horrible views about Jewish people, which Anne's family was Jewish. And so, there came an order that her sister had been ordered to go to a work camp, and her family went into hiding. Now, it turns out it's great that they did that because there was a lot of danger for Jewish people at the time. And I won't dive too much into it because it's a bit scary, and I know we have some younger people here, so I won't talk too much about that scary part. But her family went into hiding so that they could be safe. Now, that means she had to give up her friendships, she had to say goodbye to her cats, to most of her belongings, so that they could go into hiding. And they didn't even have a chance to say goodbye to a lot of their loved ones. But despite staying in hiding for, I believe it was 2 years and 35 days, that her family was locked in a tiny area inside of her father's office that had a concealed passageway to some other rooms that were hidden. So her family stayed in there and were able to hide. And now, despite the fact that this was a really scary time and it was very different from what she was used to, and it was definitely something that made them nervous, Anne actually had such a beautiful attitude throughout, though. She wrote a diary that she started shortly before her family went into hiding, and all throughout it, she says so many beautiful things about how even though the world is a terrifying place, she also could see the beauty in it. So I find Anne Frank so inspirational because despite the fact that her family was going through a very scary time, she always managed to keep her hope and to keep her faith alive and to believe that even if there were some bad people in the world, that overall, the world is a beautiful place and there are many beautiful people in it. So I think that Anne Frank is such an influential woman because she is someone else who reminds us that no matter what you're going through, you can find the hope and you can find the motivation to keep on going. She actually has a quote here, but where there's hope, there's life. It fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. She points out something important there. It's important to always keep your hope. Even when you're going through something scary, especially when you're going through something scary, remember that there is hope to be found. Just look for that light. Look for the silver lining of the clouds or that light at the end of the tunnel. You can look for those positive things and you can find your way through many, many different kind of situations, even things that you didn't think you could do. And let's see. Skylar is going to kindergarten in 2 weeks, and her last day of daycare is Thursday. So Skylar, you're going through some big changes as well. Are you getting excited for kindergarten? I know it's so much fun to get to see some friends, get to learn new activities and learn new things, fill our brain with that knowledge so that we can become smart superheroes when we're older, or princesses, or doctors, or lawyers, or teachers, or whatever it is you want to be. Jessica, you went to a sing-along with Anna yesterday? Was it so much fun? I love that she does those sing-alongs. It's so much fun to sing, especially with a friend. Skylar says she'll miss her sister Charlotte, who will still be in daycare when she goes to kindergarten. It can be hard to be away from your family when you're used to being around them so much, isn't it? But I am sure you are going to have so much fun. I bet you're going to love your teacher, make a lot of new friends, learn some really fun information, and learn how to do some new fun activities. You know, school always has lots of crafts and different fun activities. All right, it looks like I've caught up on these comments here. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anyone. If anyone has not said hi yet and would like to, please feel free to type that in the comments. If you have any friends who could use a little bit of bravery or a little pep talk, please tag them in the comments or share this with them. I would love to make sure that everybody's feeling confident and excited about all of their new adventures. Hi from Madison, Abigail, and Kara. Oh, from Madison, Alabama, this is Abigail and Kara. Well, hello! It is so nice to see you today. I hope that you enjoy our story we're about to read. This is called Brave Little Monster. It is by Ken Baker and illustrated by Jeffrey Hayes. And I think that you'll find this ties in well with our theme of courage today, because this monster is quite afraid of bedtime and the little humans that might be hiding in his closet. So let's see how this monster handles that fear. Gracie, you love your baby sister Olivia? I'm so glad you do. I'm sure you are such a good sister. I know you talk about her a lot, so you must be really caring, aren't you? Hi, Presley. It's nice to see you again today. I hope you're having a great day. And with that, we will begin our story about the brave little monster. Isn't he cute? A lot of people think of monsters as scary, but I think you'll see that these monsters are actually quite cute. Very sweet. Albert couldn't sleep. Goosebumps covered his hairy arms. His fangs chattered. He shivered with fright. There he is hiding in his bed. Quite scared. Even though Albert's mom had told him there were no such things as little girls and boys, he knew better. Albert knew that scary boys and girls loved to hide in little monsters' rooms at night. Albert saw something move in his closet. It looked like a scary little girl eating an ice cream cone. She was probably dripping ice cream all over Albert's clothes. Oh no. Presley said, "Oh my goodness, Captain Marvel remembered me." Well, of course I do, Presley. I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad that you were able to make it today. You want to fight bad guys and climb a tree too, Paris? Well, you know what? If you keep learning, practice your superhero strength, I'm sure that you can one day. Albert knew that's what little girls do. They think it's funny to drip ice cream all over your clothes. Oh my goodness. Look at the little girl there. Some messy ice cream. Some people do think Barney the dinosaur is scary. So that's another example. Sometimes dinosaurs, monsters, those creatures that sound like they'll be very frightening, they're actually very sweet and very similar to us, aren't they? For little girls to drip ice cream all over your clothes makes them laugh so hard their bellies hurt. And when they're done laughing, they eat you up. Little girls love to eat monsters after they've had a good belly-busting laugh. I've never heard of a little girl eating a monster before. Let's see what happens. Mom! Albert yelled. Help me! There's a little girl in my closet. She's spilling ice cream on my clothes and wants to eat me up. Go to sleep, Albert, his mom shouted from downstairs. There's no such thing as a little girl. Albert sighed. He would have to get rid of the little girl himself. He picked up one of his smelly socks off the floor and threw it at the closet. Look at his face. It must be quite a stinky sock, huh? Let's see if that helps. Get out of my closet, you good-for-nothing scary little girl, or I'll throw an even smellier sock at you, yelled Albert. That might intimidate me. How about you? Would you be scared of a smelly sock? There was no answer. Albert thought he must have scared her away. Little girls can't stand the smell of monster socks. Albert just hoped she hadn't spilled too much ice cream on his clothes. Finally, Albert felt safe. Except now he had to go to the bathroom. He had to go monstrously bad, but he didn't dare get out of bed. He was sure there was a mean little boy under his bed coloring in a coloring book. Albert could hear his crayon squeaking. Frightening, a little boy coloring. Let's see if he's there. But if you ever try to get out of bed, they grab your feet and play piggy on each one of your hairy little monster toes until you can't stand it. Then they eat you up. Well, again, I've never heard of a little boy or a little girl eating monsters before, but Albert sure seems to be convinced. Let's see what happens. Mom, Albert yelled. There's a little boy coloring under my bed who wants to play piggy on my hairy little toes. There's Mom in the doorway coming to help. Albert's mom poked her head in his room. Albert, she said firmly, it's getting late. For the last time, there are no such things as little boys and girls. Now close your eyes and go to sleep. Well, she's sure in for a treat when she discovers boys and girls are real, isn't she? Albert was on his own. He knew there was only one way to deal with little boys that hide under your bed. He closed his eyes and put his head under the bed. He stuck out his slobbery, hairy tongue and went... He counted to 5. When Albert opened his eyes, the little boy was gone. But Albert thought he saw a coloring book under his bed. Albert hopped out of bed and ran all the way to the bathroom. Here he is running. Run, run, run. When he came back, he flipped his bedroom light on and off to see if the little boy and girl had come back. There was no sign of them. Albert jumped into bed. He hoped they weren't still hiding somewhere in his room. Gracie, you love your family? Oh, that's great. I love my family too. I'm sure your family loves you very much too. Albert had just closed his eyes when he thought he heard a quiet laugh come from his window. He sat up. Through the curtains, he saw the little girl and boy dancing and doing somersaults. Oh my goodness. What's he gonna do? Albert recognized the dance that the little boy and girl were doing. It was the hungry dance. Albert knew they would laugh and giggle all night long doing the hungry dance. When they were good and hungry, they would eat Albert up. Look at, there they are doing the hungry dance. Oh my goodness, I sure hope they don't eat him up. Albert had to get rid of the little girl and boy once and for all. His heart pounded as he climbed out of bed. He trembled as he walked towards the curtains where the children twirled and jumped. Wow. He's being very brave right now, isn't he, facing his fear? With his nose almost touching the curtains, Albert shouted as loud as he could, "Little boy and girl, stop doing the hungry dance and go home! You're not going to eat this little monster for dinner!" It's very firm. Peeks out the window. Then Albert took a deep breath and threw open the curtains. There was no little boy or girl. He could only see the big tree waving in the wind. He smiled. The little girl and boy were finally gone. Albert skipped across the room and leapt back into bed. He knew there were no more scary little boys and girls in his room. He had chased them away all by himself. They're probably doing the hokey pokey. They might have been. There's a little boy and girl running off. Albert had almost fallen asleep when he felt his mom's hairy lips give him a soft, slobbery kiss on the cheek. "Good night, my brave little monster," she whispered. "Sleep tight." The end. Oh, look, and there's a coloring book and ice cream cone. And that, friends, is the story of Albert, the brave little monster. Now, again, I know a lot of people are doing things right now that might be a little bit scary. Maybe starting school or doing something brand new that you've never done before. So I want you to remember, be brave. You have the strength to get through this, and you're going to have such an amazing time. Just look for the positives. Keep your hope. Things are going to be great. If anyone has any last questions or wants to say hi, please type that in the comments below. And if you're having fun with me today, make sure that you follow the Princess Party Company on Facebook and Instagram. We've got princesses, superheroes, and even some witches and wizards that are doing these videos every day, doing story time, different crafts, sing-alongs, lots of fun activities. So make sure you stay tuned and you can hang out with all of your favorite heroes and princesses, do lots of fun activities. Samantha, you're going out to lunch tomorrow. Well, that sounds very fun. I hope you have a great time. Jessica wants to know, what's my favorite fair food? You know, I would have to say elephant ears. They're very delicious, and you really can't get them anywhere other than a fair kind of a setting. Would I like to go to the State Fair of West Virginia sometime? Yes, I sure would. That sounds so much fun. Thank you for making her day again. Well, of course. I hope that Presley has an amazing day. I hope that all of you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Remember, even if the world is a little bit scary, a little bit uncertain right now, there is always hope to be found. I know you are all very brave, very smart, you are very strong, and you have the courage to get through anything. So, until I see you again, have a great day. Stay super, friends. You're so welcome, Skylar. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.